De teleSUR,
Good evening, friends from
bienvenidos.
telesur. Welcome. We are in 64 countries and 200 television channels, Diego.
Many more.
Not all of them tell who we are in the channel.
Not all of them want to know the truth.
It was really nice to have a conversation with Evo yesterday.
Beautiful. Evo is full heart. I've spoken to my sisters already, and they told me how does he love you? And I also love him very much. He does a lot for the people. We can always give him a hand.
You have a couple of presidents who are friends of yours, right?
Yes, that's true.
You have Evo, Mr. Ortega as well?
For example, Daniel Ortega. I met him in Cuba when he wasn't president yet. So I have some luck. And when he was president, he made me a Sandinist. And now that I'm a Sandinist and that Nicaragua is going through a different time, I would like to become more of a Sandinist than ever. And I would like to express my gratitude and send my regards to his family and Rafael, his son, that always treats us wonderfully when we get there.
How did you see Uruguay play today?
Uruguay was a little bit slow with their transitions. What do I mean with this? Midfielders never surprised Cavani or Suarez with a through ball, for example. So Cavani and Suarez had to work twice of getting the ball, of turning around, of looking. Cooper's team was very good.
They're tracking back correctly.
Exactly, and that's what we want from Argentina. That's what I want from Argentina. How they come back. Because we can attack. Otamendi can go forward, but he has to come back. Otamendi is not number 9. Otamendi is not the forward or striker. He is the one who will be tackling even the other CB.
I thought it was a very good match. Both teams were very solid. It was a World Cup match.
I think that the World Cup started with Uruguay versus Egypt. Both teams were very well set on the field, with Washington Tavares, who has already all the calculations made because he knows how to play. He's playing with young guys that we didn't see before, however they perform. And the result was fair.
Did you not think that he's very careful? Uruguay's careful with the ball.
Yes, I think they are. Uruguay is back having a ghost Forlan, the one who turned around and who passed, looked for the ball, came back. And that was done by the midfielders of Uruguay. I think that Uruguay, regardless of today's result, where the goal was scored at the 90th minute, I think that Uruguay should be feared, because when they turn on the lights of the great players that they have in attack, I would bring Cavani home.
They have two very good strikers up top and two center backs who are fantastic.
When you speak about the word crack, the other day I was told, and I don't want to speak and create polemics, they told me that Ramos is a crack. And I said, no, Godin is crack. Crack. He is Godin. The one who defends, the one who sends forward, that scores, who is the champion, that is in every game.
And that when he shot forward, where he left people in the way, that was awesome.
The way he came forward, yes. He anticipated the ball, yes. He is the best. That's the real crack.
And what is missing is what you said. The transition from the midfield had to be quicker.
Yeah, it should have been quicker. Why? Because when Egypt was going backwards, if you add 3 passes in 15 meters, then we're easing how they come back to Egypt.
It was also very good from Uruguay, and it's very good to relate this to the fact that their adversary was very good and stressing.
Respecting them. Uruguay played against Egypt as if they would play against Germany, Spain, or Argentina.
They were very serious.
Very seriously, very seriously. I like the attitude of the players. I like the attitude of Cavani, for example. Cavani, at the 90th minute, recovered the ball in the right wing and gave it to Odin or someone else, I don't know. But I think that these players should be mentioned.
And what happened to Salah? He was absent from there. It had a lot to do with the result today, didn't it? Ramos had a lot to do with it.
Yes, he left him out of the World Cup. I forgot about Ramos. Okay, back to Ramos. Ramos plays at Real Madrid, and now, due to that, he is playing in the World Cup. If he were playing in Valladolid, Ramos wouldn't be playing the World Cup. Because he already knocked out the goalkeeper, and then also had a judo move against Salah.
The players from Real Madrid are very used that they can hit people more than others.
That's why when I played in Barcelona, and there was a penalty against us, the song was Así, así, así en Real Madrid. That's how they win. And that was the song of all of Spain. But Ramos should be thankful to the people in FIFA, because after the issue with Salah, I thought they were going to take measures. However, nothing else was said.
And Uruguay, Russia, having seen both teams, I think that Russia, we don't know anything about them.
No. Russia isn't a parameter, nor is Saudi Arabia. That's the matter. Now, whenever they face another team that could take the mark off, then it will happen. But what we saw of Russia,
whenever they can touch the ball
passes
whenever
at
they
will,
want.
one-on-one with the Arab defenders. A ball to the middle, don't do it. Always use the wings. Always use the wings. Because if you go to the inside and you slide, then you will directly face the goalkeeper 1-on-1. And that's what happened to Saudi Arabia against Russia. It eased. And then Egypt didn't do this today. Egypt stopped every one of the ways, and Uruguay was trying and trying. They had the ball, they had the possession, and with the 2 strikers they have.
Let me close this segment of De la Mano del 10 with a hero from a World Cup, Mr. Varela. Do you remember him?
Obdulia Varela. I didn't see him playing, but I know him.
And with that, we're going to go into our first commercial break.
Let's go to the break. De la Mano del 10.
And let's continue in la de la Mano del 10.
De la Mano del 10. Tomorrow, we're going to see the debut of Peru. I love Tigre Gareca because I've played with him. I know who he's as a person, a gentleman. And Peru, 36 years after the type of Chumpitas, Teófilo Cubillas, and all those great players that just passed the ball to Oblitas, took the ball, and you were never able to see the ball if you were the opponents. And the amount of Peruvians they have today, If you look down, you can see shirts of Peru everywhere. And also Pablo Guerrero.
There's a very special Peruvian who is Guerrero for
Exactly.
tomorrow's match.
And I said this. Maybe Peruvians didn't take this the right way, but I said that prevention is stronger than sanction. Because with prevention, we tell them about something, Victor Hugo. If I say, listen, Victor Hugo, your doping was positive, we're going to treat this. We're going to give us a chance, okay? And this is prevention. It's not like if there's a police officer there and he's just waiting for you to run over red lights in order to give you a fine. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why I dared to text Guerrero because I thought that this was unfair.
And what did he tell him?
I told him if he had a real problem, get treatment, that you can go out of it with love. He has an example in me. I am clean for 15 years. And also that this is something important. There are people that due to these things, drugs, people die due to drugs, Victor Hugo.
And this is very interesting and very nice of your part to having writing to him.
Listen, Victor Hugo, I think that if we try to prevent, and then, okay, he's a good player, you know? Is it drugs or football?
The important thing is that Guerrero is present tomorrow.
The important thing is that Gareca has Guerrero in his team.
And everybody else counts with him as well.
Exactly, and the support that Guerrero can give them, because Guerrero isn't only the leader, he is the one that holds the ball. And against Denmark, where the Danish do everything very fast, be careful, because if Peru stops the ball in the middle of the field and quickly runs with Farfán and Guerrero, then they can score.
It's like a final into a sense, taking into consideration the second place in the group rather than the first, because it is a match against teams that have a chance.
Yes, they have a chance. Both of them have a chance. Denmark and Peru. We forget about them because they haven't part World Cups.
But there's good memories from both teams, particularly from Denmark of '86.
Denmark '86 with Laudrup, Larsen.
That's how I suffered it. 6-1, that was the score.
Remember.
It was unbelievable. And now Argentina. We have to talk about Argentina.
And now Argentina. And it's a great question because we have a question first about the team. I'm not part of the group to tell people the real news about this because I cannot guess who's going to play. But I do have a great doubt. A doubt about why Chiquito Romero was left outside, was left out of the group. Because there's one thing, for him to recover during the World Cup and then play with Caballero. Okay? Do you follow?
Yes, but then he should be there.
But he should be there. But now, they take Chiquito out of the group and they bring in Armando. Armando was found, well, the first time I saw him, at least myself, as an ignorant of football that I am, I discovered him when he was 32. Because if he didn't play like that in River Plate, then I don't think that anyone could know him, okay? So, if you're not playing with Chiquito Romero, then play with Romero, with Armani. Don't play with another one. If not, you could easily wait for Chiquito Romero, wait for him to recover from his injury during the World Cup, and leave him as the third option for goalkeepers, because now we don't know. Why did he do it? We don't know. Chiquito is ready to play. Armani, we don't know. I guess that they will all be substitutes, but so far, the news that we have, the goalkeeper will be Caballero.
Anyway, the goalkeeper tomorrow should not have any type of problems.
He shouldn't. In Argentina, should do what Uruguay did today. With the necessary track back and pressuring them. Why? Because in World Cups, the experience of Argentina should be above the experience of the people from Iceland, from the Icelandic team, because they could be a very good team. But do we know about them? If you ask me for the name of the keeper, I don't know.
Who do you have faith in the Argentinian team?
The young one, the jewel, Messi, of course, and also Kun Agüero. Because with my team on the field, these two players should be the ones playing at their best. One of them, we know, that is an extraordinary level. This is Lionel Messi. And the other one is Kun Agüero. Kun Agüero is right behind Higuaín, Messi. He's right behind Messi. But he isn't as good yet so far. But this is his greatest chance.
He has to...
He's never scored in a World Cup, that's true. But he was never even a starter. Agüero was never a starter.
That's very clear.
Now, that's what happens. But if they play together, they can create a mess.
How does it feel like to debut in a World Cup? Do you remember?
Yes, of course. Victor Hugo, listen. When I'm asked about this, if I was nervous, I say, who are we playing against? Belgium. We're playing against Belgium. Okay, this one and this one. And then I was looking and trying to understand, but I wasn't nervous. I understood that I have a responsibility. My responsibility was to talk, was in the dressing room, speaking with the boys, with the guys. Listen, when he's playing against you, Negro, Gringo Luste should be at the back. Listen, Checho, don't go to the midfield, please, because you will leave 20 meters of room so they can set a through ball and go against Ruggeri. This is what I could see in the field. But what I did was calming my teammates. I knew that if we had the ball and having it next to us and having it with our head and with our feet, it was done. And the boys were training, and I knew that they were looking at me. So they were letting go. They were calming down, right? So this was how it happened.
And with the national anthem, Diego, does your knees do not go weak?
Well, the anthem is the most beautiful, and something else. Let's stop with the tan-tan-tan-tan-tan-tan-tan. No, that's not the Argentinian anthem. The anthem must be sung. You must feel it. Your skin needs to shiver. You need to remember your mother, remember your children, remember the Argentines, those who cannot watch the game because they have to work, because they have to bring money back home. We need to think about that. And if we think about that, be calm, because the Argentines, our heart is looking south.
That's very beautiful. Those were words. Fantastic. Your heart looking down south. We have to go to commercial break, Diego.
Of course. Let's go to a break.
together with Maradona in De la Mano del 10.
De la Mano del 10. Lots of love to all the people who have called me Victor Hugo, who's watched the show in Argentina, in the United States, my nephew, for example. And honestly, they love it. They wait for the show. They want to watch it. They want to listen to our analysis, as if we knew something.
Yeah, of course. Let's tell the people what we're doing right now, Diego, in this TV show.
Now we're watching the game between Spain and Portugal. And well, what we said that was going to happen is happening. Spain has the ball. They're 1 goal down, scored by Ronaldo with his teammate, that's Ramos. A penalty that was perfectly scored. And now Spain will need to go forward and try to score a goal. And Portugal will be left with chances to counterattack.
The first half has been fast, perhaps then they will see red, but as the match goes on, they will become more difficult.
It will become harder because the Portuguese know how to hold themselves back. And they are naive. They are naive. They all know, they all think that Portugal is a naive team, but it's not. It is the last champion of the Euro Cup.
Yes, absolutely. Like the match began, it seemed like it was written in the stars.
Yes, apparently there was a script. Ronaldo had to score against the Spaniards.
And the penalty was made by Ramos.
Well, Ramos who should not have been part of this World Cup.
Perhaps, yes, you might be right. We have to see, because the match is very open. We have seen Spain score a goal. They have taken the ball away from Portugal.
Well, Portugal is taking advantage, or will take advantage of everything left by Spain, and even more with the best. If Ronaldo gets the ball, they're a danger. If another one gets the ball, not so much.
But now Ronaldo has already counterattacked, has been very good.
Yes,
Look
already.
at that counterattack.
And that counterattack.
Look at it.
That counterattack.
Look at it. That's the
That
second
counterattack.
goal. They're going to score the second goal.
That's the second
it's coming
one.
up. Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened to Ronaldo there? They should have given it to him.
Incredible. It's what we said. Portugal is not a naive team. Portugal has learned in the Euros how to keep results, who to cover and what not to do in the midfield. Stop losing the ball and be concentrated, focus on the game.
Now, there are moments where there's a train that you have to be able to mark him, and that play that we had that you have to watch there, that play is very interesting because they should have been 2-0 up at that point.
That's right. That's right. If you fail a goal, will be scored in the other goal.
Oh, look, it's a goal.
Oh, go.
That's
Spain, go.
a play that's fantastic in its nature. Diego Costa.
Fought against all.
Now, Diego, by winning 1-0 up and then staying back so incorrectly like Portugal did.
There it is. There it is. A bad way of tracking back. That's not a good way to track back. There.
That's inadmissible.
3 for a single one. Either way, it's a great goal.
We have a World Cup. The World Cup has finally started.
This is start. Beautiful.
It's fantastic to be able to be with you here in La Mano del 10 and live it.
I wanted to thank you because I have received lots of messages. And they tell me, Diego, you're doing so well, and you get a well with Victor Hugo. This is peace, I said, and someone who knows about football and knows about life, because we demonstrated this yesterday in the show, the second show with Evo Morales. They realize who we are.
Yes, then we will continue tomorrow then, Diego.
We'll come back tomorrow.
From
De la Mano del 10, as always. Thank you everyone watching us. Over 200 channels. Even though some of them are saying this and that, they want to change the facts. No. Victor Hugo has an amazing career. Myself, I played a little bit of football. Bye.
Bye, see you tomorrow.
Bye, tomorrow.
Para celebrar la vida de la mano del 10. y de 64 años.